Welcome to the Explosion Network's reacts to Avengers Endgame. Firstly, Ash, what do we think of the name for Avengers?
I mean, it's smart to put Avengers in the title so people don't know it's an Avengers movie. Endgame, I think people called it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people called it.
In the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's the Endgame. Yeah, so.
Didn't the Russo brothers at one stage say that the name had been said in the thing as well? Like,
I think so, yeah.
I think that was a thing. They were like, hey, the name, if you pay attention, it has been mentioned in the movie. So there you go. I mean, it's a fine name, I guess. It's the end game of the Thanos plan. And
it's got to be awkward when they do a sequel to this now.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's like, it's not the end of the Marvel universe, but it is the end of what we've spent the last 10 years building to and building on and stuff, and then it's also the end game of this big Thanos battle, I suppose. So that makes sense. Yeah. I like it. It's having said that, I felt like the name Infinity War didn't really pay off because it wasn't much of a
war.
It
was a battle.
Yeah, it was a tiny battle. I feel like they've had much bigger battles, so to call that one Infinity War, it's like, you know, it was a little bit of a scuffle over there. So
yeah,
it's fine. It wasn't really that big of a bell. All right, you got any last words before we watch this?
No, let's watch it and see what happens.
Let's watch and see what happens.
Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end.
The end game.
Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Who's gonna save him? Oh, it's like in the comics.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50%
He shaved
of all living creatures.
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
Do you reckon he lost his family? Is that like what the...
Must have.
This is good work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
What do you reckon? What do we got?
Didn't show much, but I didn't expect them to.
No.
I mean, they hit us with the feels right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then clearly Cap's got some sort of plan to bring everybody back, I guess.
Go back in time. What else did they do?
Maybe.
Yeah.
They didn't. Yeah. We only saw the characters that we know survived.
Yep.
We didn't see any Captain Marvel, which makes sense because the movie's not out.
I got to be honest. One of my biggest wonders for this movie has always been, how do you market it? Do you bother marketing what will be the biggest movie?
Let that be the only teaser. Trailer.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That's the thing. It's like, how much of this movie can you show really when it's such a movie driven on cliffhanger and everything. You know, like I wasn't alive back then, but it's the same as I imagine going from episode 5 of Star Wars and episode 6 because of such the big cliffhanger of Han and that sort of thing. It's like, would you want to? I actually don't know what the trailers for episode 6 are, for example. Like, I don't know. I should actually go look, but it's the same sort of thing. And I can't think of any other movie that has such a like big cliffhanger thing where even if you think you know how they're going to resolve it, the fact is you don't really want to watch trailers because like you can't show anything. But somehow they did just manage to show 2 minutes 26 that didn't give away anything really.
A lot. No.
Yeah. Small things that don't really matter. It's like Cap shaved, Ant-Man's alive. Who'd have thought? If you stayed for the after credit scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp, you would have put 2 and 2 together of what happened there. I feel so that all makes sense. Iron Man floating in space
in the Guardianship.
Yeah. So,
but then Karen Gillan's character.
Yeah, somewhere there. So I suppose.
Yeah, she went somewhere else. Yeah, because they were at the same place as when the snap happened.
Yeah, so that.
So they didn't stick together.
No,
Mistake.
which I feel like was what everyone was kind of predicting. Going into it. It's like, oh, how does Iron Man get back? Oh, you know, her and they'll team up, go back down. Nebula and Iron Man will float back down to Earth together. But no, it looks like basically all the Avengers are just sulking. Or sounds like a harsh way to put it.
Mourning,
yeah. Mourning, sulking. They're mourning in the Avengers building. It's not really a tower anymore, is it? The Avengers, the new Avengers, the building. I think you can take from the trailer.
Empty.
Yeah, I think you can take from the trailer that this is only hours after the end. You know, like it pretty much seems like maybe Captain's had a shower, shave, and they're kind of because you see him going over the file.
Oh yeah, he did shave.
So it's like
he doesn't have that sweet beard anymore.
Yeah, I feel like because the stats are coming in, you know, they're talking about Thanos did it. He wiped out half of the people. Blah 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 blah. I feel like this is maybe a day. 2 days tops, you know, as they've finally started to get the statistics flying in for what's actually got down. And another thing is if Scott got out, then he wouldn't have taken weeks to get there and stuff like that. I feel like that part, part's
reverse.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the thing.
Maybe.
I feel like that part, that bunch of stuff there might be very early. And then obviously we've got the stuff. Jump. Yeah, I feel like the stuff with Black Widow and what's his he's not Hawkeye anymore. What do they call that other Ronan, yeah. I feel like whatever, Hawkeye, Ronan. I feel like that stuff's definitely, you know, way down in the future. 6 months plus to a year into the future of the timeline. So I feel like the movie's probably going to start pretty close after the finish of part 1, and then we'll get some bits and pieces happen. Maybe they recollect at the Avengers building. They have some of these scenes. Scott could show up, you know, the next day for all we know, 2 days later, something like that. And then they get to work on forming what they need to do to get this plan. Maybe, I don't know. Other people go off in other directions. I reckon a bunch of them, much like Hawkeye, are going to do whole, you know, you can't fix this. It's fucked. You know, we might as well just go do whatever just give up, you know, to give in to the hopelessness of the whole situation, I guess.
I suspect he'll be the other way where he's got nothing left to lose, so he'll be super reckless and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's the only reason he's out, right? It has to have been his daughter and wife that got
his family
as well.
Snapped.
Yeah, got snapped. Got snaps. But anything else stand out to you? No.
Interesting. No Rocket.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some Rocket on Earth, even if he is sad.
He's crying in a corner somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Finally sees a real raccoon. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, I look nothing like that.
Do you reckon they're going to? How do you reckon they do the next trailer? When do you reckon it drops? What are they going to do? Because we are getting a Spider-Man trailer tomorrow. So,
if they're super smart, they will attach it at the start of Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That'll be the next / last trailer.
But here's the other thing.
Because when's Captain Marvel? That's got to be.
It's like early
February, March.
No, it's like late January, early February. I can't remember, like Australian release date versus American release date.
This has been moved to the 25th of April again.
Yeah, so they've moved it a little bit.
I think it was meant to be that here, and then they've moved everybody else.
They moved it up a little bit, so now I hope they move us up a little bit because I like.
No, they won't. It'll be Anzac Day again.
Yeah. My only problem with that whole trailer thing is, so if we're going to imagine that the second trailer has Captain Marvel in it and could have, and if we're going to say that some of the stuff in Captain Marvel or post-credit scenes or something like that is going to give us more information to her role in the movie, then it's kind of going to be a trailer that you watch after you've seen Captain Marvel, you know?
Yeah, they should put it at the end of Captain Marvel.
They make Captain Marvel's post-credit scene the second trailer.
The trailer. Yes.
That would be great if they did it. I have low faith, but that would be really cool if that's.
I mean, happened. You want, and you'd have to make sure it doesn't go online anywhere.
Yeah,
for like at least a week or two.
Yeah. You know, well, there'll be
that would be the smartest thing they could possibly do.
Yeah, it would be the coolest and smartest, and it'll get so many people to just rush out to see that movie just to watch the trailer at the end of the movie. So that'd be really cool. So the only other quick question I have is: so you got Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far From Home. So I suspect Spider-Man's going to survive.
Well, here's my problem, right? So they're putting out a trailer for a movie that is set post Endgame.
Yep.
How do you do the trailer? Like, I mean, I'm asking questions that we're going to have answers to very soon, but I do wonder how you do the trailer. Like, their timeline's becoming really weird because they're promoting a movie that is so big, a big event, you know, cliffhangers, all these sorts of things. But then they're releasing a trailer for a movie that's in between. You know, Captain Marvel's in between. They're going to still promote that somehow, and then they're putting out a trailer for Spider-Man at the same time that's set post Endgame. So it's like, how do you promote that without the spoilers and whatever else? And
I think you can go either two ways. You can just say fuck it and just run like a normal trailer, like you would as if it isn't there, or you just focus on the villain, which is Mysterio.
Yeah,
by Jake Gyllenhaal, and that's the whole trailer.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if it just comes out and it's just like any old trailer, you know, Spider-Man's flinging through the city, the villain, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing, if they do that, I think a lot of people are still going to be watching that trailer going, they're just going to be searching for details. You know, they're going to be scouring for hints, what's going on. So, time will tell. What are you giving the...
Spider-Man's just going to be swinging around with an Infinity Gauntlet on his arm. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, we'll find it. What are you going to give Avengers Endgame? What are we giving this trailer?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up too.
Yeah.
I'll give it 2 thumbs up. It wasn't jump out of seat exciting, but at the same time, it's like chills.
But it set the tone. It did what it had to do, and it didn't spoil any plot.
Yeah.
Sated us.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
I'm happy with it. Make sure you stay here, explosionnetwork.com, youtube.com/explosionnetwork for all our Reacts videos, explosionnetwork.com for all our movie Avengers related content and much more over on there. So head on over to the website, head on over to Twitter @ExplosionPod.
You can get enough of my boy.